Hey guys, just a quick note at the top of the video. I have commissions open. Check out the link in the description or send me an email at magicalgirlartist@gmail.com for more info. Okay, on with the show. Bye!
All right, here is the sketchbook. I mentioned the last time that the sketchbook that I did at my last sketchbook tour I picked up from Walmart. This one is even more of a cheapskate pickup. I bought this one at the dollar store. It was $4 at Dollarama, and yeah, you probably can tell just from looking at the pages. It's definitely not like the nicest quality thing, but again, it's for what I use it for. It doesn't need to be like crazy quality, expensive, good shit. Like you can see, you can see like there's some damage that's that's been done because like I carry it around in my backpack and clunk it back and forth to work and stuff all the time. So it doesn't need to be great quality. It's gonna get dinged up and abused. As per usual, I have put stickers on it, fewer than last time. This one here is from the again from the Overly Sarcastic Productions Loki sticker set. I had one of those on my last one. And then these ones are ones that I made myself. I drew these ones. I think I posted them online at some point. But I drew these ones, and I have some sticker paper, so I printed them out and cut them out myself and then stuck them to my thing. I have a whole bunch of them left still, and I'm not really sure what to do with them, but whatever, here we go. So, once again, didn't really do anything with the inside cover. Apparently that's something that people do, is stuff with the inside cover, and enjoy my beautiful watch tan. Anyways, so I started this sketchbook, end of 2021, like literally the day after I finished the sketchbook in my last video. This was the first picture in it. I wanted to do something, kind of nice and maybe slightly more detailed than I usually do. I wanted to try out like a sitting pose. So here we have Hannah. Hannah is the fighter for my Dungeons and Dragons Magical Girl series. I did finish this one digitally, and I'll put the finished product up somewhere on the screen. But it didn't have like a forest background and stuff. I wanted her sitting in a field of flowers and so on, and because she's a flower themed character. I mean, her name is Hannah. And she has flowers all over her outfit and stuff. This one was fun. I liked doing this one. And then we have Hannah again. So this one I was trying to do like a civilian outfit for her. Like, what does she wear when she's not wearing her when she's not transformed, right? And I wanted to go like pretty simple, but like cute and pretty and so on. So we have like the old fashioned ye oldie dress and the belt and the cute little flower choker. I also did family crest for her family, Haruno. Yeah. And then another potential outfit for Hannah. This was more of like a traveling outfit. I don't think I never ended up going with this one. I didn't like it as much. And then we were working on some other outfits for some of the other. There's a few pages like this in this sketchbook of like civilian outfits for other D20 Magical Girl characters. So this is for Arya. She's the bard. So I've got like a traditional kind of bard outfit with like the big coat and the puffy pants and everything, and then like a cuter outfit. I really like the like high-low hem type skirts and dresses and stuff, so I wanted to give her one of those. I find shoes really hard, especially like ye olde medieval shoes. Those are hard. Oh, and here is the concept art for what eventually became my channel Sona thing. So I drew this one with no reference. I didn't look up anything about like ragdolls or whatever. I just drew this. And then I actually looked up some pictures of ragdolls, and then this is what came from that. And this is basically what it looks like. I changed the socks. I changed the socks a few times, honestly. But yeah, I changed the socks. I think I changed the little wrist cuff thingies. And then, yeah, just some different poses and stuff. Some of these actually became, like, actual sprites that I use, but not all of them. There's my intro sprite. This page was, don't look too closely at this one. This was what I had planned for videos this year. It did not happen. Um, but then I was trying to figure out some like tiles for my like background and like a logo and stuff. So I was trying to figure all that stuff out on paper. Like I said, this was like end of 2021. This was like December 2021. I was doing all this. And then some more things. Again, some of these made it as actual sprites, like this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. Actually, I think the only one that didn't was this one. No, they all did. They all did. Never mind. I'm lying. Some of them I referenced from other things, like there's quite a few Ace Attorney sprites in here, like obviously the objection, but like that's Maya from Ace Attorney and that's Pearl from Ace Attorney. Like those are based on sprites that they have. So, yeah. Oh, and okay, so here we have, this is Athakati. She's the wizard D&D magical girl. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out outfits for her. And the problem is, like, I'm like, okay, she's like an academic and whatever. I have another academic wizard D&D character. And it's just like, and she wears pretty much this outfit with pants instead of a skirt, and I was just like, how do I make this look different? And so I kind of just gave up. I was also working on, it's like here's the school's like logo that's on her belt, and then like trying to figure out the school colors and like some more details there, that kind of thing. Just trying to get that stuff written down. And this is my boy. This is, I think, the first thing I posted on Twitter this year. I did end up finishing this one digitally. This was my first work in progress Wednesday that I did. So this is Tempest. This is because my brother came over like early 2022. He came over with the Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition, and I played Tempest in that, and I remembered how much I fucking love Tempest. My perfect sweet boy. I love Sentinels of the Multiverse so much. Oops. I'm right in front of the windowsill here, and so I keep smacking the windowsill when I'm turning the page. Anyways, so here we have my character's Hannah. So we remember Hannah from the first one. She's our she's the fighter magical girl, and Ashes, the warlock. And for a while I was thinking about doing the like actually creating the story for the D&D magical girls. Creating that story as like a dating sim. I don't think that's really going to get off the ground. I don't know. It depends on what I feel like doing with it. But which with Hannah as the protagonist, and you can date all of the other characters, but again, I hadn't decided on that. So that was kind of where this picture came from, but also just like Hannah really cares about Ashes and just wants her to be happy. So this one I also finished digitally. You can see down here at the bottom I wrote one of the lyrics from Pollyanna. I believe in you, because that's kind of the vibe that this relationship has. It's kind of the vibe that Hannah has, honestly. But yeah. So. And then again, trying to figure out some stuff for potential dating sim / general video game. And it's just like, okay, so like here's the order that you come across all the characters in, and then we have like the map icon and the main quest map icon, and like is this something, and just some little doodles. And this is roses are fucking hard. I don't remember why I was drawing roses. I honestly don't remember. And then there's some little chibi character faces for like, I don't know, to just put next to like the affection meter or whatever. We've got Arya the Bard, we've got Diana the Ranger. Oh, I forget what her name is, but she's the cleric. Rosemary the rogue, and Keth the paladin. That's gonna bother me that I cannot remember the cleric's name now. Oh, it's Liv. It's Liv. That's right, it's Liv. Speaking of Liv, here she is. So again, trying to figure out like civilian outfits for her. This is more of like a traveling outfit, and then her like priest robes because she's she's a cleric. I like her. I tried to give her some facial hair. My problem, I love to give dwarves facial hair. I think that like female dwarves should also have facial hair. Like I don't think that I think that should be a thing. But like my problem is that I can't draw facial hair and I need to work on it more. So I tried to give her some like sort of mutton chop type things, but I don't know how well it turned out. Oh, this was for work. This was for work. So this was around the time, this would have been January, maybe into February, but probably January 2022. Yeah, it would have been January. School had gone back to online learning again, and everyone was mad about it, and it was a whole thing. I was not mad about it because it meant I didn't have to commute. But something that I was doing was I was doing like a read aloud story time activity thing with some like grade ones, and we read A Crayon Story by I think Michael Hall, I think is the author's name. And it's really cute. If you haven't read it, it's a fun picture book. It's a cute little picture book. It's about a crayon. He was red, but he wasn't very good at it, and like he's got the red wrapper on him, but he can't color in red. Like every time he tries, he does blue. It's like, oh, I'm gonna draw a red fire truck, and it's a blue fire truck, and he's getting really frustrated with himself, and everyone's trying to like help fix him and so on, and like at the end, it's just like, oh, I'm not red, I'm blue. That's why I've been having such a hard time. And it's like, it can be used as a metaphor for a lot of things. The ones that jump to mind for me are like neurodivergence and like transness. But anyway, so then after we read the story, I challenged the kids to draw a picture using the quote unquote wrong colors, and this was the example that I showed them. I'm just like, well, cats aren't usually pink and stuff like that. So yeah, I took up a whole fucking page in my sketchbook for this because I couldn't find any other paper. Okay, so this is more D20 Magical Girls. This is Lee. Lee is the monk. Lee is, if I don't end up doing a dating sim, Lee is Hannah's canon love interest. I love her so much. She's just like, her general vibe is like, she has been awake for so long that she has achieved enlightenment. I love her. I wanted to show off her arms, so I gave her a sleeveless top, and then I like the baggy pants. I'm keeping those for sure. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So then we have Lee and Hannah, and so this is kind of more of Lee's actual civilian look. I did finish this page digitally as well. I'll put that up somewhere on the screen. There were a lot more pictures from this book that I was like, I'm going to finish this digitally, than the previous one. But so here we have Lee and Hannah. This is the first time they meet. I really wanted to work on some backgrounds. So that's why we have like the wall and the trees and the ground and everything. This was basically an excuse to work on backgrounds. Oh, this is Constance. Constance is my Pathfinder character, or one of my Pathfinder characters. I don't draw her very often because hats are hard. I should draw her more often because hats are hard and I need to practice them. But here she is. She is a ex-sheriff, cowboy orc character. She's really fun to play. She's very much the like talk softly and carry a big stick type character. She's got like a big gun. She's a half orc ranger, and this is her animal companion, Sweet Petunia. She's a little baby boar with just so much rage in her heart. You know those like little yappy dogs that think they're like 10 times the size that they actually are? That's Petunia. But she's a pig and has knives strapped to her face because tusks. Did I draw her tusks? I didn't draw her tusks. Disappointing. Anyways, that's Constance. And then there was some furniture practice. I didn't look up any reference for any of this furniture, which is why it looks kind of janky. But furniture practice. Here is Constance and her former girlfriend Stella, former for spoiler reasons. But yeah, I wanted to draw Constance being picked up. There they are. They're so fucking cute. Okay, and then we have a whole bunch of Sprout and Riptide stuff. So Sprout and Riptide, this is Sprout. I've had Sprout for a good few years now. And you can blame Brian from the the Letters Page Discord server for this. We were playing the starter kit for the Sentinel Comics RPG, back when that was the only thing that was out. And I was playing the Wraith, and I kept saying "aw beans," and mostly that was because like I didn't know if you were allowed to swear in the server or not. So I kept saying "aw beans" and stuff like that, and like cool beans and stuff. And so like Brian was like, "You need to make a character who's like bean based." And so I did, and her name is Sprout. She's a gardener. She's an ex-child detective. She has plant powers. I really like her. I had a fun time. And then my brother made a character called Riptide to kind of go with Sprout. Like his idea was, it's just like we should probably have a team that's like a bunch of different elemental things, and so on. And so I'm going to make a water character to go with your plant character. And so he's a funky little shark guy. He's got them shark teeth. He's got a wetsuit, and he's got the jacket and everything. He's a surfer boy. He's Sprout's best friend. Yeah, they're great. I really enjoyed them. And then this was something that we talked about. My brother and I had talked about like a long time ago when we first made these characters, was the burning building scene from The Incredibles, but with Sprout and Riptide. Again, I finished this one digitally. I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. I wanted to go bowling. This is exactly what their relationship is like. I love them so much. And then some Riptide stuff. So Riptide's powers come from this thing. Big eldritch awful thing that is slowly turning him into a water elemental under its thrall. It's real bad. So I was just like, oh, let's draw them meeting for the first time. So these are all supposed to be barnacles. I never finished this one digitally or anything. These are supposed to be barnacles. Anyway. And then memes. How to talk to short people. No. Yes. Sprout is short. Riptide isn't like super tall. I think my brother said he was like 5'10", so he's not like the world's tallest man or anything like that. But Sprout is pretty short, so you know. Okay, so then I was trying to figure out, so like something that I want for the D20 Magical Girls is their transformation item. Everyone has a different transformation item, first of all. But the transformation item, when it is not like actively being used, like when they haven't transformed, it's just kind of like a little like brooch or like a cloak pin type thing that they just wear, and then they can just pull that off and use it. And so I was trying to design one for every class, including Artificer, which I haven't like officially designed the Artificer. I know who she is, I know what she looks like, I know what her deal is, but like her deal is basically massive walking spoilers, so I can't talk about it ever. But yeah, so we have, the fighter has a sword, and the wizard has a wand, and the paladin has a shield, and so on and so on and so on. The ones that were difficult were the ones who don't have like a specific weapon that they use. Like the rogue doesn't have a weapon. Like she has a dagger, but that's not her transformation item. Her transformation item is her mask though, so it's fine. And like the warlock, like her transformation item is like I've been like going back and forth on whether or not I'm going to give her a scythe. I haven't decided yet. And then like the cleric, and it's just like it's her holy symbol, but I haven't designed her holy symbol yet, so I guess we're going with that. And then the druid's transformation item is a tiger cub. Like it's not an item, it's a thing, it's a person. And then the sorcerer's is like is already a brooch. So I have to work on some of these, but you know. Oh, okay. So this was my brother and I were trying to figure out like what other characters we were going to add to Sprite and Riptide's team. Because originally they started out as like, oh, these are characters we're going to play in the RPG, but like one, that requires finding an RPG group that we can both be in, and two, you know, it's it's a lot of fun just to sit down and like talk about characters and stuff. That's like 90% of what we do. So we were trying to figure out. So one of the character concepts that we came up with was we wanted a knight paladin type of character, and like there's like there's the knight that's been displaced in the modern day and so on, and it's like yeah, it's fine, but the one that we have is like descended from a long line of paladins through generations, and so this was kind of the look that I drew for her, and I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this one. And then my brother made one on Hero Forge, and I kind of adapted it a little bit. Eventually, we chopped all her hair off. So then, back in my day, we had to fight Nazis in the snow, uphill both ways. Whatever, Grandpa, we're still doing that. Like, the thing with her is, like, she's a legacy character. Like, the original version of this character is the chivalrous champion. The first chivalrous champion in comics was in, like, the 40s. And that was her and then, like, he disappeared. He was in, like, PSA comics in, like, the 40s. And then, like, he basically disappeared from comics for, like, decades and decades. And then the writers of Sprout and Riptide's book were like, hey, let's bring back this character, but it's his granddaughter. And he's in a talking sword now. This is her grandpa now. So, yeah, I was trying to figure out how to make, like, the over-the-head sword pose thing work, and it wasn't working, so I gave up. And then she's here. She's fun. She has like a bunch of different weapons and armor that she like swaps out in between in a fight. Also, I sent this to my brother, and I'm just like, I don't want to put words in your character's mouth, but like, Sprite and Riptide both have a little crush on the champion, right? And he was like, oh yeah. So there they are, by panic initiated. And then some civ clothes for Sprite and Riptide. Just some cute stuff there. Okay, so then I got some new art supplies for an art class I was taking at the time. It was a free online thing, and so I was testing out my different pencils and doing some little things there. And I got a calligraphy type pen, and so I was practicing with that, and just some little practicey things. And then some post practice. We have the Wraith from Sentinel Comics. We have Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho, just trying to practice some different angles and poses and things. More stuff for the art class. Trying to draw. Okay, so this stuff, I think this is where I was, my roommate had surgery in Toronto back in March, and I had to drive them, which meant that I was like stuck sitting around for several hours. And for part of that time, I hung out. I went to the Eaton Center and went shopping. And then for the other, it was like really early in the morning, so for a good chunk of that time, the Eaton Center wasn't even open. So I went and sat in a Tim Hortons, and I just drew for like 3 hours. So I drew Cure Buccaneer from my my Precure fan series here, from memory. And then we have Polly, the mascot from the same series, Polly again, and Bonnie. And because I had decided that I wanted them both to have freckles. All from my Precure fan series. And this is Skyscraper. At some point I'm going to finish this one digitally. I haven't yet, but I'm gonna. Um, there she is. Who is your favorite hero, and why is it Skyscraper? I love her so much. Whoa. Woman. Big. And then I was trying to do some, like, you know, still life, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. This was just the table I could see next to me from the table I was sitting at in Tim Hortons. And then I was doing this. This is another comic. I haven't finished this one. But the idea here is Sprout. There's stuff going on with Riptide, and Sprout is like, I'm going to go ask one of my professors what's going on, because she goes to Freedom Academy, or whatever it's called. I think it's Freedom Academy. But she goes to Freedom Academy, and so she's like, okay, I have literal superheroes for professors. I will go ask one of them. And so the one that she decides to go ask is Absolute Zero. So, well, it can't hurt to ask. And says, excuse me, Professor Zero? I mean, Absolute Frost? Wait, no, I mean, I'll just go. Just trying is cool. Did you need something, kid? And so that's the... Yeah. There she is. God, I love her. Just... Yeah, this was fun. Again, I drew this one sitting in a Tim Hortons in Toronto, just vibing. Okay, so another Sentinel Comics OC. Something that I had the idea for was like, I mean, you guys have met me. Of course, I wanted to have magical girls in Sentinel Comics. So I'm just like, okay, how do we get magical girls in here? And so the idea that I ended up coming up with was the so during like right around the start of like the manga boom of like the early 2000s, the Sentinel Comics acquired some translation licenses for some various manga, and one of them was for this like shitty Sailor Moon ripoff. Like, you know, people call any and all magical girls stories Sailor Moon ripoffs. Like, I saw people calling like Tropical Rouge Precure a Sailor Moon ripoff because it had transformation sequences in it or some shit, and it's just like, what? But like, you know, people will call anything, but this was like legitimately, this is just supposed to try to be Sailor Moon. This is really obviously just trying to be Sailor Moon. So this was like the original 90s like Sailor Moon ripoff looking ass. And then so, you know, it unfortunately before the like Sentinel Comics acquired the translation rights for this manga, and then when they were like halfway through translating what they had, the manga got canceled. It just stopped. They just stopped doing it, and it didn't have like a proper conclusion, and it just kind of stopped in the middle, and they're just like, shit, what do we do? So they finished translating what they had, and then they tried to make their own stuff, and it wasn't going very well, and so they ended up rebooting it, and that went better. And so then this is one of the looks that I wanted for the main character. The thing is, I can't remember what their names are now. They were the Crystal Aces. That's right. And so we had like Diamond Ace and Topaz Ace and Emerald Ace and Sapphire Ace and Ruby Ace. I think were the five of those. So this is Diamond Ace. So I was trying to get diamonds into her outfit somewhere. Her symbol is a heart, but it's fine. Okay, and then this is the last member. I don't have any pictures of Jukebox in here. But this is the last member of Sprout and Riptide's team that we came up with. They kind of round out the 5-man band sort of thing. This is Ersatz. Ersatz is it Ersatz or Ursatz? I actually don't know how it's pronounced. But anyways, so they are a blue-skinned Thorathian. They don't have any powers. They use their like power suit and this fuel belt thing to like kind of absorb power from other people and then use those powers to like and then use that as like a facsimile of their powers. Hence why they're called Ersatz. I was also trying to figure out some like symbols for the various characters. So that one's for Sprout, that one's for Ursats, and that one's for the Crystal Aces. And then we have non-binary and bi-solidarity, and I forgot their bone spurs originally, but everyone finds me attractive and that makes everyone gay. Also, since they're a scientist, I thought it would be very funny if they wore a lot of like science and math meme shirts. So that was fun. And then back to the Crystal Aces again. Trying to figure out like 90s Sailor Moon ripoff version. And then this is the more modern version. I really like her like... One of my favorite things for Magical Girls is when they have like just straight up like normal sneakers. Like that's something that I really like about the like girls heroine designs is they just have like fucking sick kicks. They're great. And then figuring out some like marketable toys. And then this was another attempt and I never finished it. Moving on. Okay, so then I was trying to figure out some like poses and stuff for like a Pirate Precure like poster or whatever. So here we have the only ones I got for this one were Captain and Lookout, and then I was like, oh, let's put a map in the background, and then it never went anywhere. And then some more meme drawings and stuff. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you! Those two are so much fun to do meme drawings with. And then more Nemesis icons. Again, Sprout. This is the one that I've actually gone with for Sprout. And then potential one for Riptide. Haven't decided yet. And then the champion. And this was after I think we had cut all her hair off. And then we have the whole gang. So we have Sprout, Riptide. There's Jukebox there. He's a robot. Ursats and the champion just hanging out. Just hanging out. Never finished this one. Probably won't ever. This was like an outfit drawing meme that I saw on Tumblr at one point, and I was like, I should draw some different outfits, and then I only drew one. Redesigning my character, the Muse. She's been redesigned again since I decided to take out the booba. And, but girl hot. Okay, so I've posted a few of these. I've posted my, I think at this point, at the time of this recording, I've only posted the strawberry and lemon elves, but like I was like, oh, I'm gonna do some like fruity little elves. I've since finished grapes one that I might post at some point, but yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna try and do some more of these, and so like I'm gonna do this one at some point, like an apple character, and I was like trying to figure out like different colors and stuff like that. So yeah. And then this was some vent doodles. This was during a staff meeting, and I was not having a good time. Are you seeing this shit, Raina? Sister Catherine, my other Pathfinder character, is like really, really good for vent doodles. Because she is just so done with everything all the time. Yes, I need therapy that's unrelated to the time travel bullshit. There's a lot of time travel bullshit happening in her story right now. And then the flipping the double bird and the double bird. All right. And then Hannah, more staff meeting doodles, jeepers. Yeah. And Sprout again. Like this was all in the same staff meeting. The staff meeting went on for like an hour, more than like it went on for so friggin' long. And I had to go because it was a PA day. Normally I don't go to staff meetings if I don't have to, but yeah. So there's more Sprout. Her deal is that she has one of Akashthrya's primordial seeds instead of a heart, and that's why she has plant powers. So sometimes that leads to heart problems. And anyways, and then she's, growing a plant in her civvies. This was more vent art because they were having an argument about the concept of celebrating Mother's Day at this staff meeting. I'm not getting into it, but it was really annoying. So it was just this fucking annoyed looking person whose gender is a game, and I'm eating all the pieces and hating hell on planet Earth. Oh boy. Literally people, like, someone, like, got up and stormed out of the room. Like, she was so incensed about this whole thing. It was nuts. Anyway. And then Athakati, trying to do some different poses and stuff. And then there's Sprout and Riptide and the Argent Adept in his civilian outfit, I guess, as Anthony Drake. And who's that? Oh, that's Anthony. I see him by Akash Floor all the time. I think he's a gardener or something. I eventually did do like a whole comic of this, but like one of the running things that we have with Sprout and Riptide is that like Sprout has no idea who the Argent Adept is. And so she sees him around and she's just like, oh yeah, he's like a gardener or something. Yeah. You know, normal. Okay, so this is a concept that I have for like a children's book thing. I'm not going to get too much into the details here, but her name is Princess Prism, and she's like a magical girl. She's a literal princess. And she has to like save her. She has to use like the power of light to like save her kingdom from evil monsters that want to take away all the color and make everything gray. And she has like a white sword that reflects things, and a black shield that absorbs things, because it's just like stealth. I'm just like, haha, I am stealthily teaching the children about like how color works, how light and color works. Hee hee hoo hoo. I like this. Here's the thing. I like this. This is as her like civilian thing or whatever. I don't like this. I have not been able to figure out how to make a princess magical girl character and make it look good. Having a hard time with that. And then, okay, so this was the first part for my anime club that I did for work. So a lot of what anime club was like drawing stuff. And then we would watch something on our big screen TV with lunch. And so I was like, okay, here's like, you know, like showing them how to like break stuff down into basic shapes versus just like drawing it. And like how to do a head and like different ways you can do eyes and noses and mouths and things. And I am by no means an expert, but like, you know, I've been doing it since I was their age, so I've picked up at least a few things. And then people were asking what anime we could watch, and I was just like, we can only watch things that are on Crunchyroll because that's what I have access to. No, we can't watch We Can't Communicate because that's on Netflix, and Netflix is fucking blocked on our fucking school Wi-Fi. The Promised Neverland, and I'm like, I will get in shit. So we didn't watch those ones, but we did what? I think we ended up watching My Hero Academia. More Sprout. And her Venus flytrap friend Milo. This was an attempt at Fanatic. It didn't really go anywhere. Moving on. This was, again, you know, showing the kids how to do a body and so on. And just like, yeah, you have like the like sticks and circle method and like stick figure and so on. So yeah, and then like how to do like just like a regular person just standing there, and they're asking me how to do feet and how to do sneakers and stuff, and I'm like, well, let's just keep adding details, I guess. This is what eventually ended up becoming my actual Pirate Precure poster. So here's that. This stuff has actually, like, from the from that stuff that I said was like vent art from the staff meeting onward, this has all been in like April through May, probably. Like, so this eventually became that poster. Yeah. This was an attempt at like a transformation sequence for Cure Captain. I did a similar thing when I was doing. I was trying to do Astral Charm, my one of my original Magical Girl series. I was trying to do that as like a webcomic. It didn't really end up going anywhere, but I did a similar thing for that. And so I was like, okay, what if I try and break that down for Cure Captain? And I'm not super happy with it. This one, I was trying some different inking styles and stuff to like show the kids, which I never ended up showing the kids anyway, so whatever. And it's just using pencil crayon and erasing the lines, and then I didn't have much in the way of pencil crayon, so his skin is literally orange. This is literally it's Goku. It's Goku Dragon Ball Z, with next to no reference. Then this was using a ballpoint pen, then this was using a Sharpie pen, and then this was going to be using a fountain pen, but I forgot my fountain pen at home, and then I just never did. This was different hair, so I drew all these little things, and then I was like, here's how you break hair down into pieces. You gotta make sure, like, you just break it down into smaller pieces, and that's how you do it. And I was trying to show one guy how to do, like, a specific hairstyle that he was looking at. And I'm like, well, you break this down, like, you look at this piece and you break it, that looks like this, and so you just draw it like that. And he was like, I don't understand it. And I'm like, I don't know how to make this I don't know how to make this any more basic. But yeah, just some different ones. And then Stealth Mary. There's Mary in there. Oh yeah, this was more of an attempt to show that guy what I was talking about. It's like, yeah, you've got, like, this side kind of has like this, and this side has like that, and he's like, I don't understand. And I'm like, I literally cannot break it down for you any further. Hang on, we're gonna turn this one. So this was some concept art for a character for the Sentinel Comics RPG. A game that I'm playing with some people from the Letters Page Discord. We're doing like a magical girl themed one, and we're all bird themed. One person wanted to make a bird themed character, and then we were like, we should all make bird themed characters. So we all made bird themed characters. So mine's a hummingbird, and these were a couple of early concepts for her. And then we're back this way. This was there was the anime club, and that was for grades 4 to 8, and then there was the like drawing and cartooning club, and that was for like grades 1 to 3. And that was mostly like they would come to me and be like, Miss, how do you draw this? And I'd be like, well, here's how I would draw this, and I would show them. It's pretty basic. Anyway, so this is what my hummingbird character actually ended up looking like. I did finish drawing her digitally, and I'll put her up on the screen somewhere. There she is, and then like kind of breaking down the different bits and pieces of her outfit. I ended up taking a lot of inspiration from like Splash Star Precure, or Pretty Cure Splash Star, excuse me, because it's just like, okay, bird themed magical girls, and so I thought about like Cure Egret and so on. And also I just like the outfits in that series, and so like we've got like the big long like arm gauntlet things, and like the chunky shoes with the covers and everything, and yeah, and I gave her like an illusion neckline, because like with like the ruby-throated hummingbird, that was the idea there, and then the tailcoat with like the feathers and stuff, and yeah, so it was fun. Some pirate Precure doodles. We have Mary here, Cure Captain. This is great. I'm going to get a good grade at Magical Girl, which is both normal to want and possible to achieve. And then we have Polly, and I renamed her. What did I name you? It's Haunt. I forget what her first name is, though. Yeah, this is basically their relationship, and this is, they are divorced. Oh, they are super divorced. Like, they are very divorced. They are, crewmates to lovers to enemies to begrudging rivals to rivals to begrudging allies to lovers again. I love them. Okay, so then I was like, okay, so we're coming up on level 10 for our Pathfinder game that I have Sister Catherine in, and I was like, okay, once we hit level 10, I'm gonna like draw like comparisons between like level 1, level 5, and level 10 designs. So here we have Sister Catherine at level 1. And then over here we have her at level 5. And I have not drawn anyone's level 10 outfit yet, because we're still level 9 and we haven't made level 10 outfits yet. This is Fulstead. So Sister Catherine is a cleric. I don't know if I've mentioned that. Fulstead is a battle oracle. And he's a cowboy with a cool sword. Unfortunately, his hat was literally lost to time, and so he had to get a new hat. But he continues to look very cool. He's got the suit jacket and even cooler sword and the boots. He's very cool. Oops. Then we have Kyrian Laro. This is my brother's character. He is a wizard, definitely not a necromancer. Very well adjusted and normal little man. He's a necromancer. He's, I enjoy him. He's very fucking unhinged. There is something very wrong with this man. Recently he has lost an arm, but now he has a skeleton hand, so it's fine. Yeah, he's doing great. And then Lottie Thundersky. She is an orc. I think she's a full orc. I can't remember. But she is a barbarian. She used to be a circus performer. She was an acrobat. She kicks ass. She always has the hat. Like this was her like circus outfit and whatever, and then she got a new outfit, but she kept the hat, even though it does not match the color scheme of the new outfit at all. Love it. Honestly, I'm just like, I need to make the skirts shorter. Skies out, thighs out. God, look at her. Not to be a lesbian, but oh my god. Okay, so then I'm going to a convention in August, and I was like, this was like June that I decided this, and I was like, I'm gonna make a full cosplay to go to this convention in August, and I'm not doing that. But this is what I was gonna do. I was gonna do Kier Gelato, and so I was trying to figure out how to make her outfit like work and so on. And then I was going to, and the same thing for Cure Whip, because I was like, well, maybe I'll do Gelato. Well, maybe I'll do Whip. Well, I'm not doing either of them. If I'm lucky, I might do Susie from Deltarune. And then there's Cure Gelato, because I love her. Look at her. Look at her. You will look at her. Absolutely perfect. Fucking perfect magical girl. More pose practice. Trying to do some more dynamic poses. These are from, a Dorkastock on DeviantArt. I don't use DeviantArt anymore except to go look at poses on a Dorkastock. That's literally all I use DeviantArt for now. So I was trying to do the race. This was going to be Fnatic, but I just never bothered finishing her. Just did the pose. So again for Princess Prism, something that I wanted was character. Like I wanted to have like, human characters and then like anthropomorphic animal characters like these guys. Like I wanted somewhere between like Beatrix Potter and Richard Scarry, like is the kind of vibe I was going for. And so I was like, I'm going to draw a rabbit and with no reference, and it went very badly. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to draw a rabbit using like a Beatrix Potter picture as a reference, and then trying to make it look like my own thing. So I wanted to, she's Miss Daisy, and she's Princess Prism's maid, and she is very anxious all of the time. I also had the brilliant idea for the cake shop Ghetto, which is run by cats. Very funny. Princess Prism, the idea is she has 2 animal companion characters with her. She has her maid, Miss Daisy, and then she has currently unnamed cat bodyguard. I have not decided what the said cat's bodyguard's name is yet, but anyway. More anime club stuff. It's like, oh, and someone asked me to draw a mushroom hat for some reason, and I was like that. And then like showing like how to place eyes on like a three-quarter view thing and so on. One person had asked to show how to do more like three-quarter view things. Someone was talking about like drawing skirts, and I'm like, well, there are a lot of ways you can do skirts. Like it depends on the style, and like here's a really simple one. And then like proportions for kids versus proportions for adults. So I was showing like proportions for kids. We're getting towards the end of the sketchbook now. So I haven't posted it yet. I should probably post it. But the fan curies are coming up, and that's like a award, like an awards thing, like a that you can vote in for like the Precure fan series community, where you like vote on like, oh, this series has like the best, the cutest written cure, or like this series has the best the best mascot, and this person has the best art or whatever. And then because it's like an awards show, there's like a red carpet thing, and so you're supposed to draw your characters in like formal wear. And it has a tropical theme this year, and I was like, what the fuck does tropical formal wear look like? So I was trying to draw the character. So we've got Mary, and her outfit did kind of end up looking like this, but like it has straps now. And this is for Lacey, and I wanted to give them all. It's hard to see, but these like little heart and crossbones details somewhere on their outfit, because that's like the symbol of their series is the heart and crossbones thing. So, and then shoes are fucking hard. And then Leah is the closest thing we have to like a butch in the thing. She's a baby butch. She'll be more butch as she grows up. It's just she's in like the vest and the everything, and then we have Anna in like a mermaid dress, and so on. So that was fun. And then for some more like little doodles for my thing, for my channel mascot Sona person. I think I ended up finishing 3 of them, or maybe just 2. I know for sure I did this one. I can't remember about these 2. I didn't do this one. But, yeah. And then I have some more pages at the back of the book here. I don't know when I did this one. I just found it when I was cleaning my room and stuck it in my stuck it in here. But like this is something that I really wanted. Like it's just like all I want from Post Oblivion content is I want Tempest to apologize to Skyscraper for being such a fucking dick. That's all I want. It will not happen, but that was what I was trying to draw here. This is like, I see you're doing well. Yes, the Freedom 5, they are very kind. It is good of them to let me stay here. Are you not here for yelling again? And so, it's not great. It's not the best comic I've ever done. I did specifically draw Tempest in his Prime Warden's outfit because that is his best outfit. I love that outfit so fucking much. More comic stuff. So again, trying to figure out comic stuff for the D20 Magical Girls. So, as Lord Kotsavus, I trust your journey here was swift and uneventful. Swift, no, but blessedly uneventful, thank you, your grace. To business, then. And so then, the idea here is that's Hannah's dad. This is like visiting noble dignitary man and his son. There's Hannah. And they're basically negotiating their kids getting engaged. Hannah is not into it. And then we have Hannah doing a little dance. Because she loves to dance. She can dance if she wants to. She can leave her friends behind. Okay, and then so this is what I want from Deltarune Chapter 3. First of all, I want Dark World Tutorial. I think that would be very funny. But also, I do not understand this whole Dark World business, but I do know that it is quite dangerous, is it not? Chris, you will hold my hand until we get out of here. And then Susie's just you gotta hold your mom's hand. And it's like, you too, Susie. And so then just Toriel making them all hold hands the entire time they're in the fucking Dark World. That's what I want. That is all that I fucking want from Deltarune Chapter 3. Toby, if you're listening. He's not listening. No. But anyways, that's it for the sketchbook.